What? I'm back, and I'm in the exact same spot, though it's Thursday. Weird. So anyway, for Magic this week, I'm actually going to talk about something in the lore. Now, we've had recently, the stories are technically on hiatus right now until we lead up into Alma and Ket. But what we had in the last story was the Gatewatch coming together after the whole Tezzeret's issue. Tezzeret fled to Online Cat, talking about Bolas. Now they cannot just go into. It's like you don't go into someone's house, dropping bombs on someone's house unless you're picking a fight. Yeah, they know that Liliana, Ajani, and Jace both are aware of who Bolas is and how powerful he is, and they're not. It's not someone they can beat or just going willy nilly, but they're going to do that anyway. And Johnny says, "Give me time to gather some allies, and then we'll figure out an actual game plan." The question that raises is, who are these allies that Johnny is talking about? Now, I had to think on it, like who has Johnny met in his travels, and or by association, who has he met, or who he knows about? And it comes down to two different variants: characters we met and characters we haven't met. I'll say the characters we haven't met for later, but you got to go by set for each set that Johnny's been in or characters that Johnny may know. So if you go by Alara standards, we know he knows Sarkin. He's actually met Sarkin Vol. I don't believe he knows where Sarkin is though right now, especially with the timeline change in Tarkir. I don't believe he's aware of where Sarkin is, and even if he was, the Sarkin I don't think is an ally, I think they're neutral to each other. I don't think Sarkin wants anything else to do with Bolas, so I think he's just going to stay put. Elspeth, unfortunately, is dead, but being in the underworld of Theros means you're not really dead. And now, in Theros, dead is technically alive. Well, with all dead, there's only one thing you can do with all dead. What? Come back as a returned and become a white-black planeswalker. But so yeah, those guys, no, they don't fall into that category. But then we move on to a couple of the characters I think might. I think there's a possibility we could see Koth show up. Now, Johnny was not, as far as we know in the story, and I remember from the webcomic when they were still doing it, Johnny went to go get Elspeth on some plane that I didn't know what it was. I don't think any of us knew what it was. And then he told her about, the fighting and everything like that. I'm not certain if Johnny's been to Mirrodin and now New Phyrexia, but he had to have known that Elspeth went there. He had to have known that his friend, a very close friend of his, went there to fight a war and to protect innocents, and that there was probably individuals she was fighting with. I would believe that he's at least or knows of Koth. And, it'd be cool to see Koth again. Koth was a runaway favorite of that set. Now, I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about the card. The card was good. I didn't get the card, unfortunately, but the card was good. But the character itself he's a cool just design of a character because he's this molten magma looking dude with metal coming out of his body. Well, he's not molten magma. Looks like he's almost got metal, but he's just made of metal, and he's got these like metal gauntlet arms and metal coming out of his face. He's a cool looking character just design wise, and he's doesn't have a huge personality, but he's got a little personality. So he's a cool guy. Then you get into Karn's possible, but I don't think Karn's going to show up, at least not as an ally of Ajani. Would be cool to get a colorless oath, though. Where we will wonder, theory video for another time. Anyway, and Venser's dead. We know that, and Tezzeret was the only other planeswalker in that set. So right now, Koth's a possibility. You move on to Innistrad. Both Innistrad Shadows and the standard one. Tybalt's not happening. Sorin's not happening because I don't think he's ever met them. I don't believe he's ever met Garrick. But Ajani's a healer, and we got to go into a set where, and we're going into playing where technically Garrick's roaming the multiverse right now. So if he ran into him, could he heal him? Maybe. Garrick's an unlikely one though. Tamio, I don't know if Ajani and Tamio have met. Or if he even knows of it. Now, Tamio does do reconnaissance for the Gatewatch, so she's kind of a non-union member, if you will. But it's tough to say on that regard. Moving into Ravnica, Vraska, I'm almost certain is going to have, if that Atlazan art is actually real, she's going to show up in Atlazan. And she's not, and she's an enemy of Jace, honestly, so she's not going to show up. I don't think that Rouse Eric, not Rouse Eric either. What was the other guy? Domerval. I don't think Domerval is going to be an ally at all. Kiora maybe, because Kiora and Ajani have met. They have met. She guided Elspeth and Ajani to, I think, the temple of Krufix, the green blue god, to get to Nyx. I do believe they met, and Nissa has a pre-established history with the Gatewatch helping fight on Zendikar, and she's alive still. So I think that is a possibility. Narsets, they've never met. There's no way they've ever met. And then Arlen Cord, I don't think so, but I wouldn't put it past for Arlen Cord. Here's the thing. When it comes to known characters, we don't know of what the interactions between Ajani and any of the other main characters outside the Gatewatch and Bolas are, and Elspeth. But it's interesting to speculate on that. Now, when it comes to new Planeswalkers, I can already tell you right off the bat, he is not friends with any black Planeswalkers. I highly doubt. I mean, because look, even if you go with a black Planeswalker that's multicolored, if you were to go by a black-blue Planeswalker, that's too conniving, too self-centered, not going to work. You go by a black-white Planeswalker, that one's a maybe. Like, I could see maybe for the common good teaming up with Sorin, but that's a debatable one. A black-red one? Hell no, Johnny would kill that guy in a heartbeat. And then a black-green one? Unlikely, but also maybe, but probably not. And then if you were to go into bigger multicolored cards, then that's a different. We're not going to get into that. So that's out of the question. What we're likely to see is that he's probably got. Let's go with 2 allies right now. He's probably got a white. He's definitely got another white ally. I'm certain. And he's probably got a blue ally because he values individuals who can plan and strategize to save lives and things along those lines. That's why I think he's kind of. That's why I think he likes and agrees with Jace to some degree. But he's definitely got a blue ally. He's definitely got a white ally. Red, maybe. Red's a very passionate color. Red's a very aggressive and reactive color. But it's possible he's got a red ally waiting in the rings. And it could also be, it's also conceivable to see a green one. Blue and white are the 2 I see most likely. Now, that being said, I don't see, Johnny's not going to show up in the Amonkhet set. And I don't, I think he will. I think if that art's anything to go by, he'll show up again in Atlazan. Honestly, the Planeswalkers I see us getting right now for Amonkhet are Nico Bolas. That's a given because we know he's on Hour Destruction or Hour Devastation. Liliana is getting another card because one of her demons is on Amonkhet. I think Jace is going to accompany her. Then we're going to get a white and a green Planeswalker to offset both those guys. Because Nissa already got a card in this set, so Nissa's not going to be the Gatewatch member in this one. Sean's already got a card in this set, so that's not going to show up. So the next 3 are Gideon, Jace, and Liliana. Maybe Gideon will get another card in this one because it's been now two blocks now. It's been 2 blocks since we had a new Gideon. That's actually a pretty good distance between the 2 when you think about it. So, yeah, and then Liliana hasn't had a new card since Shadows, so it's possible. I think Gideon and Jace are Gideon and Liliana are the 2 likely ones because both Jace and Liliana had cards in Shadows over Innistrad. But who knows? We'll find out. I love Magic. I love playing it. I love lore. I'm a very big lore guy when it comes to Magic. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And if you have any ideas for who would wins, what ifs, Star Wars, superheroes, Magic videos, or anything in between, please let me know. Put that in the comments below. I will get to that at some point. I love taking fan suggestions because it gives me more material to work with without actually having to look up stuff myself. Granted, I still have plenty of stuff on my docket to actually go over. But yeah. But until then, I got one more video for today, and then I got a review later on. Technically, it's Thursday now, so yeah, later on tonight. So thanks for watching.